Kevin Kasper Cole was just another desperate cop, fighting to climb the ranks and provide for his family. But when fate led him to a Black Panther suit, his life spiraled into a dangerous game of survival, deception, and ultimately redemption. What started as a reckless attempt to impress his superiors soon catapulted Cole into an all-out war with the most ruthless gang in America. Let's get into the video and find out who is the White Tiger. Kevin Kasper Cole was born and raised in Harlem, the son of a police officer known as Blackjack, a nickname given to his father because of his dark skin complexion. Kevin's life took a turn for the worse when Blackjack was arrested for drug offenses and sent to prison. Kevin would eventually become a police officer himself and be given the nickname of Kasper by his peers because of his light skin color. Struggling to support his mother and pregnant girlfriend, he was desperate for a promotion, needing financial stability in his life. Kasper's mentor, Sergeant Torque, was an ally of the Black Panther and was secretly holding one of T'Challa's Black Panther suits for him. When Kasper discovered this, he couldn't resist the temptation. He stole the suit and started wearing it underneath his uniform instead of his bulletproof vest, hoping it would give him the edge he needed to prove himself. Kasper was soon approached by Lieutenant Anthony, who tried to recruit him into his gang of corrupt police officers. Kasper refused, and shortly after, he and his crew were caught in an ambush orchestrated by Lieutenant Anthony during an undercover operation. Thanks to the Black Panther suit he secretly wore under his clothes, Kasper survived unharmed, but his crew wasn't as lucky. They all ended up in the ICU. To make matters worse, Kasper received a 5-day suspension for not wearing his issued vest. With his suspension keeping him off the force and bills piling up, Kasper decided to take matters into his own hands. He began posing as the Black Panther, taking down corrupt cops and criminals, gathering intel he hoped to use to make a high-profile arrest that would ultimately earn him that promotion. His actions caught the attention of Hunter, the White Wolf, T'Challa's adopted brother, who offered his assistance. Suspicious of Hunter's motives, Kasper kept his distance. When the suspension ended, he returned to work only to be demoted to a beat cop. Spurred by a comment Hunter had made about the Black Panther, Kasper set out to find out the true status of the Black Panther. His search for T'Challa, whom many believed dead, led to a shocking twist. T'Challa was alive and hiding in Brooklyn. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Anthony mistakenly came to believe that Sergeant Torque was the man inside the Black Panther suit and had him killed. Enraged and desperate, Kasper approached Anthony and pretended to join his corrupt crew, only to be double-crossed again. He survived thanks to the intervention of T'Challa, the White Wolf, and the Hatu Sarazi. Eventually, Kasper was able to turn the tables on Lieutenant Anthony, forcing him to help him by promising to find his abducted son. Kasper then set out to find the child, but even after teaming up with Sam Wilson, the Falcon, he still came up short. The failure led Kasper to realize a hard truth. He was nothing more than a man in a stolen suit. If he truly wanted to embody the legend, he needed something more. He needed the heart-shaped herb, the mystical plant that grants the Black Panther superhuman abilities. He approached T'Challa about the heart-shaped herb, and surprisingly, T'Challa agreed to let Kasper undergo the trials required to earn the heart-shaped herb. Kasper made it through his initial trials, and for his final trial, he had to face off with Killmonger. Kasper stood no chance against Killmonger, but Killmonger, rather than kill Kasper, offered him a deal. He gave Kasper a genetically modified version of the herb and bestowed upon him the title of White Tiger, an acolyte of the Black Panther cult. Of course, there was a condition attached to the offer. Kasper would owe Killmonger a favor in return. The White Tiger used his newfound powers and a little help to track down Lieutenant Anthony's abducted child. To the White Tiger's surprise, the child was safely in the custody of T'Challa. What Kasper hadn't realized was that T'Challa had been testing him the entire time. Every challenge, every setback, and every battle was part of a larger trial to see if Kasper was worthy of something greater. T'Challa had been watching his choices, gauging his resolve, and pushing him down a path to becoming something more. Kasper had passed T'Challa's test and was presented with a White Tiger suit. Even as the White Tiger, Kasper was still chasing a promotion. His quest led him to Little Mogadishu, a neighborhood infested with crime. James Rhodes, better known as War Machine, had come to Little Mogadishu seeking justice for his murdered sister. The White Tiger found himself drug into Rhodes' quest to dismantle the 66 Bridges gang. Alongside Josiah X and Junta, the White Tiger joined Rhodes' group, the Crew. Their investigation led them to a corporate front for the gang where they confronted its ruthless leader. The Crew defeated the gang's leader and his forces, effectively ending the reign of the 66 Bridges over Little Mogadishu. Though the crew's time together was short-lived, Kasper's involvement solidified his transformation into a true vigilante. Kasper then retired from his life as a hero. He was pulled back in when T'Challa sought his help in stopping the Vanisher, a criminal smuggling vibranium out of Wakanda. Kasper agreed to help and donned the white tiger suit one last time. After he completed the mission, T'Challa acknowledged Kasper's courage, offering him a new suit and the opportunity to learn the ways of Wakanda. Now let's take a look at his powers and abilities. As the White Tiger, Kasper possessed peak human strength, stamina, and speed, along with enhanced durability, agility, and reflexes. His vibranium weave suit absorbs kinetic force, making him nearly impervious to bullets. Equipped with silent boots, anti-metal claws, and an energy dagger, the White Tiger is a formidable force. Well, that's the incredible journey of Kevin Kasper Cole. The cop who stole the mantle of the Black Panther, survived impossible odds, and ultimately earned his place as the White Tiger. So what's next for White Tiger? Will his allegiance to Wakanda hold? Will his debt to Killmonger come back to haunt him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed our journey into the world of the White Tiger, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss out on any of our epic superhero journeys. Well, thanks for watching. Peace.